Welcome to my Haro Buzzard gravel bike. Gotten this thing ready for Gravel Nationals in September 8th in Gering, Nebraska. I did Gravel Nationals last year and it was a tremendous failure. I broke my collarbone, which was awesome, with 100 miles left in the race. So this year, hoping for a better result than that. But I learned a little bit from those 30 miles I was in the race. First of all, I built this bike up at Ken's Bike Shop, and I'll put a little video, like a 1-minute snippet of me building the bike over there. The guys are great over at Ken's, and they've helped us out a ton. Hey Robert, how you doing? Oh, excellent. Thank you. Willie! Hi. Did a carbon repair with me on it. Oh, those tires are massive. Dropper post? Wow.
Holy moly! Electronic dropper post. Huh.
Is your motorbike?
Gravel bike.
Good, check that out. Look at that. You got it.
It's got electronic dropper post.
It's a mountain bike. The
Very
only thing I
similar.
know about them was BMX. Wow.
My first bike. It was a Caro. Yeah.
Really?
Like a steel bike.
Are we messing up your video?
No, you're on the video.
You may want to start that over. Nice with the bike, right?
But the bike build was pretty easy. SRAM, electronic, so everything goes together pretty quickly, and there's not a lot of cables to fuss with, so that's pretty nice. It's got the integrated headset, but I have used the standard stem and handlebar setup. So I shot all that on my Insta 360, which I actually have some B-roll over this. Will be with the Insta 360 X4, which is like their little 360 camera, and then all the stuff at the bike shop was on the Insta 360 Ace Pro, which has been an awesome little like vlogging camera. But some things I have changed on this bike. In that bike build video, you will have seen it had a dropper post, and for Gravel Nationals, there's nothing too chossy out there, so I have changed to just a standard carbon post, reduce a little weight, make it a little less complex, and I have my Bontrager Aeolus saddle. This is a 54 centimeter bike, and I've changed a few things to race gravel on. I'll also be racing cyclocross on this guy, but for gravel, I've got 38 centimeter bars. I've changed the chain rings to be a 50-tooth chain ring, which is too big for cyclocross and off-road. But for the Gravel Nationals course, I think it'll be perfect. And then I'm sticking with the 10 to 44 tooth cassette back there with the SRAM Force Explorer axis on there. Tires, I'm actually sticking with the stock tires, which are Vittoria Terreno dries. So they've got like a kind of a cat tongue style for the braking traction, and then everything else is designed to roll pretty quick on hardpack, which out at Gravel Nationals, it's very sandy, which is how I crashed last year, was in the sand. For hydration, I'll have these two big bottles and then a hydration pack on the back. Also probably run a pump, a real pump, on as a backup, so that'll be there. And then for nutrition, I'll have this pack here, which is a Bontrager pack, and it actually has these mounts, so there's no straps that go down over the top tube. It's just bolted into that top tube there. And then I'll have plenty of gels and such in there, and then also hydration pack and plenty of stuff in my pockets. Inside of this, you can put a lot of stuff. I'll probably just have gels. That's gonna be super loud. But we're gonna be working with Carbs Fuel this year, which is exciting. They make a really good gel, not super flavorful, which when you're doing big races like Gravel Nationals is going to be very helpful to not have a bunch of flavor in for that long. I'm also running road pedals for this race. It's not going to be too muddy, hopefully, with a bunch of sand out there, and they don't tend to get a lot of rain, so road pedals are going to be the choice, a little more comfortable, and a little more direct power transfer. This bike also comes with these carbon FSA wheels, which are super light and very nice. I'm running my Brighton head unit up here. And then I'm thinking of doing the 360 cam on the chest mount. Possibly going to put it on the front here, but that's going to be a challenge to change batteries out during the race, which will be pretty interesting. Gravel Nationals has actually started to work with me this year, which is exciting. I'll put the discount code that they gave me in the description. It is like an affiliate link, so you'll be helping me out if you want to do Gravel Nationals this year in Nebraska, which I think is going to be a fun event. I think it's Hardin_2024 when you go to checkout for that. So that'll give you $50 off on your registration, and you can go race Gravel Nationals. All in the same race, out in Gering, Nebraska, on the sand. As far as impressions on first ride with this bike, I've done this cross course out here at the farm with the stock setup of the bike, and right out of the box it actually runs really well for cyclocross. It comes with a 40-tooth front chainring and the Explorer Axis range in the back, which is perfect for cyclocross. I did have to learn a little bit that it sets you a little farther forward than my other gravel bike, so you have a little more weight on the front wheel, which is a lot more racy and closer to actual cyclocross geometry, which is nice. It also has a nice high bottom bracket for that racy feel for off cambers and stuff like that, which I noticed on the first ride. But you do have a lot of front wheel weight, so the back end can skip around on those other turns, which you'll see in the first ride video. But overall, it's perfect for cyclocross. The chainstays are super short, so it gives you that nimble feel. And this is a 54, which is pretty small for me. I usually run a 56, but their geometry is set up so that you can run a little bit smaller bike if you want a more racy feel, or go towards the size that you normally run for a little bit more relaxed feel, a little more upright in the front. And this bike overall is not super long like my Trek Checkpoint is, so I actually really like it as far as race geometry goes, and it is very light for being a gravel bike. Thanks for watching the video. See ya.